Well, unfortunately, we've not won a game since we last seen you. Form seems to have gone out the window just before the FA Cup and a top of the league clash against Bolton. What is going on? Why does it always do it? I don't know, Football Manager. You're just such a pest. We lost to QPR and then went and drew with Leyton Orient. So, not the best preparations for today's game. But team today to play against Burton in the FA Cup. Anson in goal. Griffiths, Waite, Baptiste and Batty. Cowley comes in for the suspended Mabea. He's out for at least one game. Who knows how many more. Montserrat in front of him. Now, Henderson, Hall and Atherton. I was going to switch them pair, actually, and put Henderson Hall on the bench for a minute because he's just not been doing what I want him to do. So we're going to change it up slightly and see what he can do with that. But as it stands at the moment, it's just you can't afford to do it. And we need to just change it slightly, maybe. Hopefully Cowley coming in will make a difference as well. Yeah, Henderson Hall's just been awful. That's to say the least. It's just been awful. Now, everyone's expecting a win today against Burton. Let's see if we can pull it off, shall we? Because, like I said, form hasn't been good last couple of games. Leyton Orient, they probably should have beaten us, to be fair. But 6 minutes gone, and it seems to be mainly Burton here. Burton don't have many fans in abeyance today either, by the look of it, but if they're going to do the football, I'm sure the fans will come. Come on, lads. We're standing off them now, and this... Oh, my God. Caleb Anson. He just sort of looked at it. Maybe he should have got his hands down there. Might have helped, rather than just looking at the ball, hit him in the shins. A shout of encourage after 15 minutes. Come on, boys. Not acceptable. We've had 4 shots. And again, it's Burton Albion coming forward. Atherton wins the ball back. Looney. Montserrat, you maniac. Atherton to Looney. Turns. Montserrat. Smith. Cowley. Lovely football. Batty. Left-hand side. Can he get the cross in? Yes, he can. Atherton wins the header. And Looney has his shot turned behind for a corner. Better football, boys. Better football. Let's try and up the ante a little bit. We've hit the post. We've hit the post. Oluwabari, Atherton, Baptiste trying to curl one. Cowley's taking his man down. Is it going to be a card? It is a card for Josh Cowley. That's not ideal either. Oh, come on. Hopefully this is not going to be the tail of the game. Burton are coming forward. If we're going to get knocked out in the FA Cup early doors here, this is not ideal. Cowley goes forward. Looney turns, goes past his man. Burns past him, gets it in, and there is Dan Smith to make it 1-0. Thank goodness for that.
That, finally, and thankfully, is more like it. My goodness me, we've made hard work of this. Kieran Looney goes past his man, puts the cross in. He's actually ahead of the ball. When I seen it originally, I thought, was he offside? But it wasn't even close.
Nah, not even close. That was a fantastic bit of play by Looney, holding the ball up. Atherton involved as well. Cowley involved. Cowley on a booking. 33 minutes gone now. We've now got a free kick. Edge of the box, Montserrat over it. Yano goes for goal himself. Keeper makes a save. You cheeky little so-and-so. That is good play. Raki, we had him last year. That's definitely one from last year. Now, 5 minutes before half-time. Big header by Atherton. But it is Burton with the ball again. Atherton, you've not done anything, son. You've just stayed there. Where are we? Where are we? That's offside. He's missed it anyway. No wonder he's got his head in his hands. How has he missed that? He'll only know. The commentary sometimes is a little bit belittling, isn't it? Griffiths, Looney, puts the ball in, does Griffiths, comes out. Montserrat round the corner. Atherton, lovely ball to Looney. The goalkeeper makes the save again. Looney has a crack, it says. He's crackers, all right, that's for sure. Right. Back to a positive mentality just on the stroke of half time. Let's just calm it down a little bit. Curtis, forward. Don't like this. I don't like this. This is a good bit of play. Raki gets it forward to Thomas. Thomas to the byline. But Batty's there and the half comes to an end. Fantastic stuff. I think I'm saying I'm not happy. We can do better. Better already. Wait. Davis, kick-off highlight. I hate them. 1-0 up. Looking at the old attributes. Davis not having his best out there again. Maybe a few changes needed. And now we've got Olawabari not playing very well out there. It's unbelievable sometimes. I just don't get it. Big header. Atherton in there pulling strings. Olawabari beats his man. That's better. That's better. Montserrat forward. That's better. Own goal will do. That will do it.
2-0 to the good. More blooming like it. Olawabari beats his man, drives in, gives it to Montserrat. Montserrat puts the cross in. And it just, before Smith puts it in the back of the net,
is an own goal. Thank God for that. 4 changes made. Tinkler, Mohammed, Fletcher and Henderson Hall onto the pitch. We will change one of the strikers in a minute. We'll give Dan Smith a break. And bring Perez in for a bit of an FA Cup. 25 minutes. Fletcher to Batty. Batty now. Left-hand side. Gets it forward to Smith. Smith puts a cross in, but it's blocked. Teast to Batty. Rolls it to Fletcher. Fletcher into Smith. Smith's brought it down beautifully. Puts it across. Atherton. That was so close. Not sure what it hit. Whether it was post or just a leg sticking out. Who only knows? Balanced mentality for the last 20 minutes now. Mohammed, little one to Baptiste. Hanson forward. Henderson Hall trying to get there. He does get there. Looney back to Hall. Hall coming down this right-hand side. Gets to the byline. Can he get the cross in? Trying to do it all himself. And Fletcher has the easiest of tap-ins.
that was pure brilliance by Henderson Hall. It's taken him an age. Finally, maybe he's realised he just needs to play football and do it properly. Look at that. Was that a miscontrol by him? I'm not sure.
It almost looked like he miscontrolled the ball, didn't it? And he sort of like, it went to Fletcher rather than an actual pass to Fletcher. But we'll go with it. We'll go with it. Atherton trying to feed it through to Looney again. Come on, Hall. You could do it now, son. Be nice to see you do it. Lovely block. Baptiste, lovely stuff. Atherton on his bike again. Jinking through the gears, gives it to Perez. Perez is into Looney, and it's 4-0. This is more like it. Offside. Really?
No, surely, but it is.
Yes, it's a bit of a one of those, isn't it? But that'll do, you know. It was a great bit of play. Fletcher goes back to Anson, lumps the ball forward. Looney wins the header. Perez trying to get there, but gets beaten to it. Burton coming forward again. They've not been any mugs in this game, actually. They have tried to put a bit of a fight up. Shade hits the top of the bar and over. Yeah, they have tried their best today. But we have just been on another level. That boy brings it down beautifully. Shade gets the ball out to Batty, but then Anson, what a ball back by Batty, just takes the sting out of the play. Few minutes to go. Perez, you're not going to win that. Fletcher, Atherton. I think Atherton's probably got man of the match again today. It's an overhit pass, but that'll do, you know. I'm happy. 22 shots to their 12, an XG of 3. We've scored 3. Yeah, Looney's just moved up to an 8.2 to take Atherton's man of the match. He has been instrumental again. Looney, what a player. He has been fantastic. Looney, man of the match. Beautiful bit of play. Fantastic. So now what we're going to do, we are going to go and come through the next game against Peterborough to play top of the table. In fact, hang on, let me just check that. Yeah, top of the table, Bolton. Before I say it, it's not very often you see this. Looney has won Young Player and Player of the Month. What a player he is. Well, we just played Peterborough off camera and a 4-0 win. Baptiste, Montserrat with 2, and Cowley, who had to play left back because of suspension to Batty, got on the score sheet as well. Beautiful stuff. Let's go and play Bolton. The team to play against Bolton. Anson in goal, Griffiths, Waite, Baptiste and Batty as your back four. Mabea and Montserrat, Henderson, Hall and Atherton, Looney and Smith. We've also got another youngster coming to the squad, Robert Locke, who again has been pulling up trees in the reserves, and they told him he should be in the first team. So he's getting a little look out today as well. We've got another one in here as well called Connor Ray. Another one. There's some blooming good youngsters here. Pick up where you left off last time out. That will do us nicely. Another great win would be fantastic. I'm not quite sure. Looking at the table, could we... No, Preston are now top. Bolton second as it stands. We could go third above Oxford with a decent win. Encourage. Like to see it today. Atherton, Mabea, rolls it in. Atherton gets to the ball, beats his man. Lovely stuff. Atherton! It's the top of the bar, or scooped over the bar, it said. It looked like it hit something, but unfortunately, not in the back of the net. Bolton. Obviously not going to be any mugs today. This is not going to be an easy game. That is a massive save, a double save. And Batty smashes it clear. Or in fact, no, Baptista, it says in the end. Batty did something. His name was definitely in the mix. A shout of fire up. Come on, boys. We've only had 2 shots. They've had 6. They've been the better team so far. We need to sort ourselves out here a bit. Looney into Smith. Smith driven wide, gets the cross in. Henderson Hall doesn't quite get there. Griffiths does though. Griffiths, can he beat his man? He can get the cross in. Mabea picks up the loose ball into Henderson Hall. Griffiths, Mabea rolls it into Looney, and there is Montserrat. What a goal! What a bit of team play! What a squad team this is!
It was an awesome goal. Mabea, Henderson Hall, back to Griffiths, into Mabea, rolls it in to Looney, who lays it off, and Montserrat there to finish it off. What a goal!
That is some bit of play. Oh my goodness me, we're up to third. We are up to third as it stands. Now, Oxford are drawing with Mansfield. Oxford have gone up. So we're now a point behind Bolton. This would be nice. A shout of focus. Focus till half time, boys. Let's get into half time 1-0 up. Or 2 would do me. Batty's been booked again. The boy's a nutter. Smith has turned his man beautifully. Looney, penalty ref. How the... What on earth was that? That is ridiculous. That had to have been a penalty. Well, 5 minutes to go till half time. Come on. Unbelievable. We've managed to calm it down. That's good. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here's the killer second. Batty to Mabea. Smith rolls it into Atherton. Montserrat. Referee, you got and spoilt it. You didn't need to do that, son. Delighted with how it's going so far. Delighted. Maybe shouldn't have gone quite so strong as delighted. But it'll do. It'll do. This puts us 2 points off the top. Waits for them. In, big header away. Griffiths gets it away even further. Shackleton. Morgan for them. Bolton coming forward. Start of this half. They've started strong. And Jimmy J. Morgan makes it 1-1. Yeah. Not ideal. That is not good. Jimmy J. Morgan. Was it a one-tit? No, it was a sliding challenge. Come on, lads. Come on, lads. You're better than this. You're better than this. T. Goes forward. Montserrat's in. Montserrat's driven wide. Rolls it into Smith. Tries to get it back to him. Davis to Mabea. Mabea. Henderson. Oh. Get your flag down, you monster. You absolute
monster of a man. You didn't need to do that.
Well, encourage. Come on. Maybe you need to change things up a little bit here. Players not quite at it today. 4 changes made. Cowley, Locke comes on for his debut. Olubabari and Perez onto the pitch as well. Let's see what they can do. And still on the pitch. Highlight actually must have just happened as I was pressing the button. Morgan. Oh, no, 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 no. Not like this, Football Manager. Hanson, what the hell were you doing? Now, we've had a look at Charlie Setford because he's available. And I'm wondering whether we change him up and go for it. But I don't know. I don't know. Wait, off you come for Harrison. But God, I've done the wrong one. I've done the wrong one. We put Burke there. We need to change that. We need to change that. Wait can move there, can't he? Yes, he can. For God's sake, a shout of demand more. 10 minutes to go. Big header away. Locke has got the ball. Is he going to lock down? Olubabari, Locke. Olubabari, we're looking good. Cowley goes forward. Looney wins the ball. Perez! Locke! Oh! Come on! That would have been the match, it said. That would have been the match. I think it quite well would have been. The problem is, all the players we brought on are all on 6-6s. They haven't really done what I wanted them to do. A draw's not the end of the world. Just means we're 5 points off the top. A shout of fire up. Come on, lads. Is there anything left in the tank? No, there's not. It's a 1-1 draw. Unlucky today. Bolton are a good side. Locke makes his debut. Now, fixtures. Is there another FA Cup tie? Yes, there. So Colchester and Luton to come up next time. Well, thank you very much for watching, boys and girls. Yes, fantastic, fantastic win against Peterborough and Burton. But then just come up short against Bolton. Top side Bolton. Anyway, please do like, subscribe and get notified to all the future uploads from the Priisek channel. And we'll see you next time out for a bit more FA Cup with Colchester and Luton Town.